I wrote this, my first movie for A24 in just 7 days with no experience. And here's how I did it. Well, first, since I've never written a screenplay and I have zero experience, when I say I mean I have zero experience, the closest I ever got into writing a screenplay would be writing a parody, which wasn't even in its correct format. So back to what I was saying. Research. That's the very first thing I had to do to start this challenge. So as a normal person, when you have no idea what you're about to do, you go onto YouTube University and I searched how to write a screenplay, which was very useful, and I think I got what I needed. Second, I had to figure out if writing a movie in just 1 week would even be possible. And after seeing that, I was pretty sure I could finish writing a movie in just 7 days. So after I looked up all the videos, I started writing down ideas for A24, but then I had to think about what even is an A24 movie. And from my research, an A24 movie is just any indie movie. The majority of A24 lifetime, they've been a distribution company, meaning they just bought the movies and they just distributed it. And what made A24 stand out was that these movies were from independent companies. So these independent companies, they had a lot of creative freedom in contrast to major film companies like Disney, Warner Bros, Paramount, and all the other companies. Which is why I actually chose A24 to go with due to its creative liberty. So I had less criteria to follow. But bam, now I'm done researching and now I have to choose one of my ideas. Since essentially all of my movies fit the A24 criteria, I chose the easiest option, which is called Locked In, which is about two young adults being locked into an escape room. Simple, but the last thing I was forgetting was a genre. Now, I do write a lot. I don't write. I do watch a lot of mystery and thrillers, but just from watching it, I can tell that it would be very hard to write due to all the twists in those genres. So, of course, I went with the next best option, romance. Definitely not because I wanted to drop this video in February, but life happens. Well, I also think romance is the best option for specifically my first challenge when it comes to writing a screenplay. It's a simple formula. It's just boy plus girl. Love. The end. That's what I think of romance. But let's continue. So now we get to my plan. So here's my 7-week plan. On day 1, I outline. On day 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, those are my writing days. Day 7, I make finalizations. And on day 8, I will be rating the screenplay based off of the characters, the story, and its blendability, which is how well the movie will fit into A24's portfolio. That was it. So now I'm going to show you guys my journey of finishing the screenplay. So when it came to outlining, I was really trying to figure out the acts and how they work and what's in the acts and how many pages do each contain. But after I got that down, I started writing the character descriptions and start the outline. So I have 4 acts total. In Act 1, Jane and James, who are now Maya and Justin, are introduced. Act 2, they become locked into the escape room. In Act 2B, they escape. And in Act 3, everything is resolved. Good morning, you guys. It is day 2 of writing this screenplay. It's 10:25 now, and to be honest with you, after looking at this outline, I don't think this is freaky for A24. There's not an undertone of weirdness. That's what I personally get out when I'm watching A24 movies, but I'm gonna just write whatever I got on the outline, and if I have time to change stuff to make it freaky, then I'll just do that. So right now I'm trying to write just the description for May. Do I say we're in May's house and then I write May? Because that's the first time I actually introduced the character. I don't know. But I was able to figure it out with the help of Jordan Peele and successfully finish my first page. I'm done with the first page. I know it's small, but it's something. But let me lock in because I need about 15 pages done today. And that took me about 20 minutes for one page. If I average 20 minutes per page, that is a long time. That's 5 hours for 15 pages. I need to lock in. And I indeed did lock in. And I was able to introduce Maya and Justin to the audience and actually introduce them to one another. It is 7:14 o'clock and I just got done. I'm half a page of 16. Wait, half into page 16, but I'm done for the day because I'm at a point where I can't really think clearly anymore on how the story is going to develop. Even though I have the outline, I just don't know how the dialogue is going to work all the way. So I'm done for the day and I'll see you guys on day 3 starting at 11:44. On day 3, everything was good, everything was fine. I was just reading over my screenplay to catch up on the story, but then the worst thing that could happen happened. Oh my freaking gosh, a whole page was deleted. I don't know what happened, but 3 pages were deleted. Ugh. It's so frustrating. I don't know how this happened. I was just reading through it and I'm like,
there's some stuff that was skipped over.
ah, brother, this sucks. It sucks. But the good almighty Lord is good. Okay, for some reason I just restarted the app. I'm back at 16 pages. Let's go. All right, we're locking in now. Well, I'm locking in now. I indeed locked in once again, and big thanks to dictation when I was getting tired. Definitely. What time is the party gonna be? Period. It's currently 8:23 and I made it to page 30. I'm on page 30. I know I'm only technically a third in, but I feel like this is more of like a fourth in. I actually had to add stuff in it to make it longer, but doing that made this even longer than what I wanted it to be. Now I understand why some movies seem speed up, because I'm getting lazy and feel like I just want to speed up this thing, even though I should take my time so that way the story flows way better. I will not judge any movie anymore where the story, it starts off good and then it ends up bad. This is a judge-free zone. So everything was going great until day 4, and that's when I started to feel unmotivated and lazy. Right now I don't feel like completing this. Heck, I want to complete it, but I don't feel like completing it. But I guess it's a mental block because I know exactly what I'm going to write down, but I don't feel like it. I don't know why it exists, but it just does exist for me. So I just wanted to input that there because I'm definitely feeling it, and that's the problem. I'm feeling it. Just because I'm feeling something doesn't mean to stop. It's just a feeling at the end of the day. So I manned up and started writing again. And today I actually focused on Maya's flashback, which took a long time. It's 11:30 and I just got done with Maya, the main character, her full flashback. And her full flashback goes all the way from page 45 all the way back to page 21. I ain't gonna fake it. I'm gonna have to beat up Justin's flashback. It's Friday, 10:52, and I haven't written down a lick today. This is me just yapping about time management, nothing crazy. Your priorities are your priorities. And I actually don't have much footage of me writing, so I'm gonna just skip to Saturday. So on Saturday, I started Justin's flashback, which started on page 45 or 46, and I was actually able to finish it on page 61, which was actually really cool. It was a lot shorter than Maya's, which was about 20 pages instead of Justin's, which was about 15. And this flashback completed Act 2A, and then I started writing Act 2B the next day. It is Sunday at 2:03 p.m. and I'm on page 66. I'm at the end of Act 2B, so and then I'll be in Act 3, and Act 3 will probably be honestly like 10-15 pages long, and then I will be done. I'm so excited because I'm almost done with this, with my very first screenplay. Tomorrow, after I finish writing this thing today, I'm done. Tomorrow, Monday, I will edit stuff, but I don't feel like thinking about this for the rest of the day, to be honest. Once I get this done, probably in about 2 to 3 hours, hopefully. But yeah, so this is Act 2B, and this act is just the characters trying to find their way to escape the escape room. And this was the hardest to write because I needed to figure out how the characters escaped and why they were in there in the first place, if I'm going to be honest. And that took a lot longer than I wanted it to, but I was able to figure it out, and I was smoothly able to complete the screenplay. It is currently 9:05 p.m. on Sunday, January 18th, and I am done. Sorry, let me relax. I am done with my very first screenplay. This screenplay for now is 85 pages. I don't intend on making the screenplay any longer. 85 pages is, I think, pretty good. I came in wanting 70 pages and I came out with 15 more pages than I expected. Well, I'll just edit tomorrow, but I know there's some stuff I need to fix. I want to make sure. One thing I dislike about some movies are plot holes, and if I have some plot holes, which I think I do, I'm gonna fix those. And yeah, I just don't know what else to say. I did 85 pages, y'all. It is now 9:59 and I am officially done with a revising process. I would be lying if I even said that I read through it. There were only a couple things. I mean, I say a couple things that I changed. It was just a couple things that changed. I was just getting lazy. It was a great journey, and I'm now done with that. kind of journey. Alrighty guys, we have made it to the end. We have made it to day 8, which is rating day. Before I rate, I want to give you guys a summary of what the screenplay is about. If you want to read the story first, you can click the link down below in the description and it'll take you to the story. The screenplay is called Locked In. The story is about Maya and Justin who get locked into an escape room and they escape. So Maya and Justin, they attend escape room separately on their own. Maya went because her parents wanted her to, and Justin went because he thought he was going to be able to go with his friend, but his friend ditched on him for his girlfriend. Now we made it to the escape room. Maya and Justin have 3 choices to pick for a room. The room is about Romeo and Juliet, but their modern names are Ryan and Jada, and they have to figure out who Ryan and Jada are to escape. They tried their best to solve the escape room, but no luck. They asked for a hint. There's nobody there. Maya and Justin, they just wait because they just can't figure out how to escape this room. So the first person to open up is Maya. Maya talks about her childhood, why she acts the way she does. Maya is more closed off. She's kind of standoffish when it comes to people except her parents, because as she explains to Justin that in her childhood, her teenagehood, that she had a lot of bullying. She had one friend and his name was Jay. Jay was essentially her best friend. Jay was always there for her when the bullies happened to be around her. They were cool with one another. One day Maya gets bullied at school, but Jay isn't there. She's able to stand up to them. Once she gets back home, she sees Jay and she sees Jay got something going on his face. There's some art on his face. She asks him if he's alright. Of course he's gonna say yeah, I'm good. They talk for a little bit and Jay just says I'll see you tomorrow. Maya's like I'll see you tomorrow. Maya does not end up seeing Jay tomorrow because Jay is nowhere to be found, and now it's Justin's turn to open up. Justin talks about his past, and his consists of his big brother, who is no other than Jay. And Justin's story starts when Jay left Maya. Jay was the protector. He provided for Justin. Justin was able to graduate, unlike Jay. Everything was going good. Everything was just amazing. But then one day, Jay ends up dying due to a fire trying to protect a little girl. Yes, I did find inspiration from Big Hero 6 on that, but Jay does end up dying and Justin has to continue life on his own. That was their story. After the story, a video actually starts playing in the room, and it is a video of Maya's parents being taken away in an ambulance due to some kind of accident, and that sped everything up. Justin, he stopped playing around. Yeah, he solved the room and they were both able to escape. They got to a hospital. Maya's parents were fine and alright. After finding that out, Maya walks Justin out of the hospital, but before she walks him out, they agree on going on a first date. And once they agree upon that, they wake up. Bruh. I know y'all see. Like, girls, that really, yes, they wake up. Oh my gosh, yes, I know tired of that twist, but I'm a beginner. I was limited. I couldn't have a creative ending. Oh my gosh, yes, they woke up. So yes, that was a big twist. They wake up and they're actually a lot older, and their actual names are Ryan and Jada, and they were playing that game, virtual reality game, just to see if they would choose one another again. So that was the summary and full explanation of the movie. So now I can get into rating the screenplay. So first, the characters. So the main characters are Maya, Justin, and Jay. Maya, I originally wrote as a character that was standoffish and closed off due to bullying, but I don't think I really wrote that well enough. She was kind of confusing, to be honest, in some segments of the story. Justin, I wrote him as a more bright character. He was supposed to be more lively, and I do think I did that kind of well. And I have Jay, who is the wise character, the big brother for both of them. He was honestly the best character. He was the one that impacted both and also was the connecting character for the main characters. So I rate my characters a 5 out of 10. They're nothing special, they're nothing crazy, but they're alive. That's what 5 out of 10 means to me. The story is very basic. This story isn't for the characters, if that makes sense, but just for the audience to know the characters. Man, the twist isn't new. That's definitely been under the sun, I'll tell you that. And lastly, I can get into the blendability, which is just how well it would blend in the A24 portfolio. And even though there's no specific A24 criteria, personally, I think if there isn't something that is weird or peculiar, it's not an A24 movie. So Locked In definitely gets a 0 out of 10. I think the weirdest thing in this movie is that they're in a virtual reality simulator. 0 out of 10. It is pretty bad if this was an A24 movie. Matter of fact, I would definitely not pay to see this movie if this were to become a movie. Heck no. Let me add a category. Buyability. This category is how willingly will I be to buy a ticket to the movies for this movie. And I give that a 0 out of 10. I would definitely not buy this movie. I would only watch this movie if it came on demand or Tubi. So those are my ratings. Characters 5 out of 10. Story 5 out of 10. Blendability 0 out of 10. Buyability 0 out of 10. But if you guys made it this far, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there will be more coming, so subscribe and like if this is your kind of vibe. If it's not, then that's okay. Hopefully I make a video that is your kind of vibe. But if you're wondering why I did this, someone that has no knowledge, somebody that is not particularly trained in this, I'm doing this because of Spider-Man. I think Miles Morales' Spider-Man is in talks for a live action, and there's been a lot of African Americans and Afro Latinos arguing about who should play Miles Morales. Should it be somebody that is Afro Latino because of the culture of Miles Morales, or could it be just a regular African American, that down to the T specifics for the character? And that really just sparked something in me, because the fact that there is such a lack of major black roles in Hollywood, that minority that role represents has to be so specific with casting, or have such a specific criteria for an actor due to the lack of diversity in major Hollywood. It's really crazy to me, because the last 2 Spider-Mans haven't even been American, and I have not seen a complaint about that. And you know why there hasn't been a complaint? Because there is so many roles for white Americans, or just white people in general, which is cool, fine, whatever, I guess, whatever. But they can do such things because there's gonna be another role in Hollywood for somebody that color. But for African Americans, black people in the American Hollywood, you don't know when the next major black role is gonna pop up. And so that sparked something in me to hopefully inspire one of you guys to make more roles for African Americans. So that way, hopefully sometime in the future, I don't know how or when it would happen, but seeing yourself on the screen won't be such a shock. So I just hope to inspire the young writers or the old writers to make a positive change in Hollywood, because I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of seeing myself as a sidekick if the whole TV show isn't all black characters. Like, don't get me wrong, these shows be hidden. These shows are really good, but I don't like seeing myself always as a side character if the creator didn't intend the film, TV show for it to be a mostly black cast. Yeah, I'm not a professional or anything. I just hope this inspires somebody out there that can actually make a real change, and that's it. So thank you guys for watching, and if you like this video, once again, like and subscribe. I will definitely be doing a lot of different things, so stay with me. This is just my first video. I definitely could not do this challenge every week. This challenge was very vigorous. It took a lot of time out of my day, so instead of making future films, which are 60 pages or more, I'll definitely be doing short films, episodes, more. I want to pump out more quantity. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully I'll see you again, or you'll see me again, because I can't see you guys. But yeah, thank you. Alrighty. I think it's so easy to fall in. I actually think I want to put this 90 night or 90 night or